Hello again, guys, and welcome to another episode of On the Range Podcast, Vantage Point. I'm your host, Mark Kelley. Wherever you are, thank you for making us part of your day. And today's episode is brought to you by Manscaped. Make sure you go to manscaped.com, use the promo code OTR20. Save yourself 20% and get yourself free shipping. We'll talk about them a little bit later. Before we get started, get a little bit of housekeeping to do. Make sure that you go to warhog.com and KelleyDefense.com. Make sure you sign up for our newsletters. Make sure that you check out our calendars. The 2023 calendars are filling up. Whether you're a law enforcement agency or you are looking for an open enrollment class, you got to get your name on those calendars. They're going to fill up quickly. Okay? They're going to fill up quickly, and you don't want to miss out. Now, when you go to those emails as well and you subscribe, you'll have some notifications of classes that may be near you. So even if you don't get your group on there, or if you don't attend a class, you might be able to go to one that's not near you and maybe a little bit of travel, or it's even close to you. You just don't know, but you're not going to know about it if you don't sign up for these emails. Make sure, if you haven't already done so, that you go to Amazon and check out the Firearms Training Notebook. Rick and I are really proud of this. We really think it's going to make a difference. It's going to make you 1% better every time you go out to the range. If you're annotating all that data down, make sure you're getting a plan and seeing your progression. You don't even know if you're getting better if you're not writing it down. Make sure you check that out. And last but not least, make sure you go to the Patreon page. Go to the Patreon page, sign up for one of our tier levels. Make sure that you really look into that, because we have Zoom calls. We have a lot of training on there, constantly being populated. Also have the 2 Zoom calls, like I mentioned, twice a month with Rick and I. A lot of good information being exchanged. It's just a real good community of like-minded folks who want to get better 1% every time they train. And we talk about some other things too. We actually talked about some of the things I'm going to talk about on the show on the last call. The midterms are over, and I'm not going to get too into the weeds with individuals and things like that, but I do want to point out a few things. I hear a lot of these shows, well, hey, people, they like to get robbed up in New York. They keep voting these guys in. Hey, I'm not going to go down that route. Now, there is some truth to that. If you see some things that you don't like and you're not voting those folks out, well, then it's hard to complain about what you have. Okay, that's fair enough argument. But that's an easy argument, though, isn't it? Isn't that an easy argument for us who tend to be on the right side of the aisle? I don't like to identify either way, but I tend to, some of the things that people are fighting for or arguing for or on the righter side, not so much on the left side of the aisle. Full disclosure on that. However, if you were locked down, your business was shut down, there's tons of crime. Now, I'm not saying all people are doing that, but however, people are doing it. You can't complain about the crime if you are electing folks who are soft on crime. But again, that's an easy thing to say. It's never too early to play holiday music, and it's never too early to start thinking about gifts. Holidays are coming. Whether it's for your friend or the friend in your pants, you can make this season a jolly one with Manscaped. Do your little drummer boy a favor and use the Lawnmower 4.0 to avoid another silent night in the bedroom. Then you can add in Manscaped's top-of-the-line shower products to have all the ladies thinking, all I want for Christmas is you. Santa cares about his sack, and you should care about yours. Look nice when you are getting naughty by going to manscaped.com and use the promo code OTR20 with free shipping and 20% off. Make sure you check out that Performance Package 4.0. It's the top-of-the-line premium package that Manscaped has to offer. And also those new body wash premium products are coming out. Make sure you check those out. Again, go to manscaped.com, use the promo code OTR20. Save yourself 20% and get free shipping. They make great gifts. Your balls are going to thank you for it. Turn that camera around and put it on the right side of the aisle, Republicans. A couple of things stand out to me right away on this election. The candidates that they chose were not especially strong candidates, especially when the numbers were heavily in favor of them to win. It seems like they almost had to just show up and that was it. but they got to be strong candidates. And a lot of them weren't. We're seeing that. Some of these races are close and they shouldn't be. So they have to do a better job at that. Another thing too, in my opinion, at the top of the Republican Party, not necessarily the elected officials, but the ones who are running the campaigns, ones who are advising these guys, they should all be fired. They should all be fired. They missed the mark on all this. And I got to admit, when I saw all the culture stuff on the Democratic side, I was thinking, man, it seems like they're going down the wrong road. I was wrong. It was much more important than I thought it was going to be for this election. But I'm not an expert at politics. I'm not an expert at having my candidate shown in a light that's favorable. I'm not an expert at that stuff. All I know is what I vote with. And it's my wallet and my guns, liberties, things like that. But these are the experts. They should know these things. Fetterman should have, that guy is not an impressive individual intellectually. I can tell you that right now. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I can tell you that. But man, Dr. Oz, Fetterman dismantled him very early in the campaign, very early. Mentioned a few things that were just undeniable and stuck with it and won. Talking about he's not really from here. He just has some big ass houses here. Killed him. Some of these campaigns should have went easily in the favor of the Republicans. This is the worst economy that we have had in a long time, and there's no side of that ending. They are spending money left and right, devaluing the dollar. People are paying out the nose at the gas pumps. Crime is out of control, especially in these big cities. And you can't find a viable candidate to stick out there. Sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. Some of the primaries that were won and pushed by the Republican Party, those candidates shouldn't have been the one. It should have been the guy behind him or the girl. Unbelievable. The border, Texas. That young lady, come on. Totally surprising. Something had to have happened in those last few weeks that just didn't resonate with voters. And that is not necessarily the fault of the voter. It's easy to point fingers at the voter. Oh, you get what you want. Hey, that's great. But the problem is we're all in this together in this republic. The state I'm in did okay. Lost a legacy seat, 16 terms. Gone. Now, there was some reorganizing of the districts that didn't help him at all, but gone. But other than that, the state I'm in did pretty well. But I'm going to tell you right now who's doing well. I'm going to tell you who's doing well right now, and that is Florida. Florida is killing it politically. Some of the numbers that DeSantis got from voters that were Latino, and it's a heavily purple state. If you remember, it was a very big turning point in the 2020 election, right? I'm sorry, 2016 election, right? Not anymore. That thing is blood red now, my friends. Blood red because of DeSantis. He won by a huge margin. I don't even think I was sitting down to dinner before they went ahead and announced it. And all those other candidates that were in there running for election, they all won. So that's got to send a message to the Democrats that, hey, maybe these Hispanic voters aren't voting. Socially, they kind of lean to the right. A lot of interesting things came out of this. And again, this should have been a big day for the red, and it wasn't. They barely gained those few seats when they should have gained 3 times that. So again, all of you that participated and went out and voted for who you wanted, thank you for doing your civic duty. I really appreciate it. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I can tell you right now, there's no end in sight from this administration spending the way they are. And don't think that this is not going to embolden them. Why wouldn't it? I can have record inflation. I can have high gas prices. I can have high food prices. I can have crime out of control. And they're still going to vote for us. Tell me what you think about this take, guys. Let me know in the comments. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. But whatever you do, make sure you like and share these audio and video shows. Go to warhog.com, kelleydefense.com. Check out our industry partners. Make sure that you check out our 2023 calendars. They're filling up. Rick and I are going to be together on many of them. Law enforcement, open enrollment, whatever. Make sure you go to patreon.com/on the range podcast. Check out our tiers. Go ahead and join, become a member. It's a lot of fun. We have a monthly shooting contest. We also have training videos coming out all the time, and you have early access, behind the scenes stuff. It's a lot of fun. Like-minded people, great international group. Make sure you go and check that out. And again, go to Amazon, pick up your copy of the Firearms Training Notebook. A lot of QR codes in there for suggestions, all kinds of stuff. It's a notebook. Take care of all your data. But anyway, guys, really appreciate you joining me today, giving me your time, and go out there and have a great day.